You know, for years, generative AI felt like something out of a tech demo, right? A cool promise of the future. Well, guess what? The experiment is over. Right now, AI is moving out of the lab and straight onto the ledger. It's showing up in corporate budgets with real dollars attached, and you better believe some very real expectations. So how exactly is this revolution being itemized? Let's get into it.
First, let's just get this out of the way. Forget the future. The AI shift is happening as we speak. A truly staggering 71% of organizations are already using generative AI in some capacity. This isn't some niche tech trend for early adopters anymore. The age of AI is here, and it's already rewiring how most businesses get work done.
And when you have adoption on that kind of scale, it means serious money is in play. The enterprise market for GenAI is projected to absolutely explode, hitting over $19 billion by 2030. We're not just talking about a tool to save a little bit of cash here and there. We are talking about the birth of an entirely new sector of the global economy.
Okay, so this is the crucial part. We've hit a major inflection point. The era of just playing around with AI, of casual experimentation, is officially over. 2025 is really the year where companies are shifting from small pilots and proofs of concept to deploying AI at a massive scale. And now they're starting to demand a tangible, solid return on that investment.
And you can see that commitment right here in the numbers. Look, 60% of the funding for this stuff still comes from innovation budgets. You can think of that as the R&D, let's try something new money. But that other 40%, whoa, that is coming from permanent, core operating budgets. That is a massive vote of confidence. It's a signal that AI is becoming as essential as any other piece of core business infrastructure.
So companies are spending the money, but what are they actually dying? What are AI's new day jobs inside the corporate world? Let's break down the top applications that are fundamentally changing the daily work for thousands, if not millions of employees.
It really boils down to three main workhorses of this corporate AI revolution. First up, you've got code copilots, think GitHub's version, which are totally changing how software gets built. Then you have the support chatbots. ING Bank now handles almost half of its customer issues with AI. And finally, enterprise search is becoming a total game changer, finally making sense of the mountains of data that have been trapped inside company servers for decades. But here's the thing, this impact is not one size fits all, not even close. AI is creating unique, game-changing value in very different ways across every major industry. Let's do a quick tour.
In healthcare, the impact can be truly profound. We're not just talking about optimizing paperwork here. AI is accelerating the very discovery of new medicines. Take AstraZeneca, for example. They're using it to slash drug development times in half. Just think about that for a second. Life-saving treatments getting to patients years faster than before.
Now let's jump over to the factory floor. In manufacturing, companies are creating what they call digital twins. These are perfect virtual replicas of their entire factories. This lets them test new processes and fine-tune everything in a simulation without ever having to shut down the real production line. The result? They're cutting down on errors and waste by over 60%.
And in retail, the potential value is just astronomical. We're talking up to $600 billion. How? Well, for one, by hyper-personalizing marketing to show you what you actually want to buy. And two, by making supply chains so smart that they can keep those products in stock, cutting forecasting errors in half.
And to wrap up our little tour, let's look at banking. This sector alone could generate up to $340 billion in new value every single year. That's like creating a brand new mega bank from scratch every year, powered entirely by AI. The scale is just mind-boggling. But this incredible boom has a flip side. The road to getting AI integrated into a business is absolutely littered with challenges, failures, and some very, very expensive lessons. The hype is real, for sure, but you know what? So are the growing pains.
When it goes right, it looks like this. The packaging company WestRock brought GenAI into its internal audit processes, and they saw exactly what everyone hopes for: higher productivity and lower costs. A clean, straightforward win. That's the dream.
But when it goes wrong, hoo boy, it can go spectacularly wrong. I'm sure we all saw those videos of the McDonald's AI drive-thru trying to add bacon to ice cream. After what they called significant misinterpretations, they had to pull the plug on the system in over 100 restaurants. It was a very public, very painful lesson in the risks of rolling out AI too soon.
So what was the problem? It's a classic case of the lab versus reality. The AI just wasn't ready for the absolute chaos of a real drive-thru. With all the background noise, the different accents, the engine rumbles, it wasn't tested enough, it wasn't trained on diverse enough data, and crucially, it had no way to learn from its own mistakes. It just couldn't handle the messiness of the real world.
And look, McDonald's is not an outlier. Gartner estimates that nearly a third, 30% of all corporate GenAI projects will be abandoned before they even get fully launched. So failure isn't the exception to the rule. It is a major, major part of the story of AI adoption right now.
But the story doesn't end with a bunch of successes and failures. It's evolving. The next frontier is already here, and it's all about moving AI from just generating text and images to independently taking action in the world. It's time to meet the AI agents.
So what on earth is agentic AI? Well, it's the next big leap. See, instead of giving an AI a specific command, like write an email for me, you give it a goal, like organize my entire trip to the conference. The AI then reasons, plans, and takes all the necessary actions on its own to make that happen.
Here's the absolute simplest way to think about the difference. Generative AI is like a brilliant specialist. You ask it to write code, and man, it writes great code. Agentic AI, on the other hand, is like a project manager. You tell it, launch the new marketing campaign, and it starts coordinating all the different tasks and tools to actually get the job done.
And this isn't some far-off sci-fi future. The market for agentic AI is projected to jump from under $8 billion to nearly $50 billion in just 5 years. That's not a slow burn. That's a rocket ship. This is the next wave of innovation, and it is coming incredibly fast. So how does an agent actually think its way through a problem? Well, first, it gets its objective. Then it perceives the world around it. What tools does it have? What data is available? It reasons about the best path forward, it creates a plan with subtasks, and then it acts. It executes that plan from start to finish. It's a workflow that looks a whole lot less like computer code and a whole lot more like human problem solving.
Which, of course, brings us to the final, critical question. We've seen the power, we've seen the potential, and we've definitely seen the pitfalls of an AI that just generates content. But as AI now learns to act on its own, to reason, to plan, and to execute goals in the real world, the biggest question is no longer about the technology, it's about us. Are we ready?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.